Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Pittsburgh Pirates vs Milwaukee Brewers, Colorado Rockies vs Cincinnati Reds, and Houston Astros vs Minnesota Twins, which are happening on Saturday, June 12, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips, and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours and hours of your time searching the internet for some fake betting predictions and losing your money because of it. Join High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advices instantly. The Pirates followed up their series win over Miami by getting swept by the Dodgers in their last series. They will try to avoid another series loss, but they will need to play better than they did against the Dodgers if they want to make it happen. Chad Kuhl will start for the Pirates on Sunday. He is 0-3 with a 5.61 ERA. He faced the Brewers in a 6-5 Pirates extra innings win back on April 18th, allowing 3 earned runs in 5 innings. He has faced the Brewers 9 times in Kuhl's career and is 4-0 with a 2.12 ERA and 1.07 WHIP. The Pirates are last in the NL Central with a 23-38 record and 10-19 on the road. The Pirates' offense is one of the worst in baseball, ranking dead last, scoring 3.5 runs per game and only 42 home runs, which are 12 less than any other team in baseball. Bryan Reynolds leads the club with 10 home runs and 30 RBI. Pittsburgh is the worst scoring team in the league, averaging 3.49 runs per game. Their .226 batting average is 27th in the league. Their .298 on base percentage is 26th, while their .347 slugging percentage is 30th. Adam Frazier leads Pittsburgh with a .329 batting average, while Bryan Reynolds leads the team with 10 home runs and 30 RBI. Pittsburgh's pitching also hasn't been good. Opponents have a .247 batting average against the Pirates, which is 23rd. Their 4.68 ERA is 24th, while their 1.34 WHIP is 20th. The Brewers are second in the NL Central with a 35-27 record and 17-15 at home. The Brewers offensively are 29th with a .212 batting average and 22nd, scoring just under 4 runs a game. Avisail Garcia leads the team with 12 home runs and 36 RBI. Corbin Burnes is scheduled to start for Milwaukee on Saturday. In 10 starts this season, Burnes is 3-4 with a 1.97 ERA and 0.71 WHIP. Burnes has made 14 total appearances against the Pirates in his career, but just 2 starts. All-time against Pittsburgh, Burnes is 3-0 with a 2.67 ERA and 1.00 WHIP. My betting advice for that game is to pick Pittsburgh Pirates. The Rockies got Trevor Story back in the lineup, but the jury is still out on whether his return will cause a serious shift for an already sinking offense. I'm not going to say things can't possibly get any worse, because that would be a bald-faced lie. Things could absolutely get worse for a Rockies team with an unreliable offense in the same year their pitching rotation has the 5th worst ERA. I get that the Reds are basically handing out runs like Christmas in the spring, but there may be no helping the Rockies, even if jolly old Saint Nick himself fell out of the sky and attended Saturday's game. Even with the series being on the road, if Colorado can't make waves against the Reds, it'll be even harder holding out hope that they'll be able to do so against anyone else. They currently have the worst run scoring average in the league on the road, but the Reds are the worst run scoring defense. The Cincinnati Reds enter this game in solid form as they have won 6 of their last 8 games, including a 6-run home victory against the Colorado Rockies in their last game. In that game, Cincinnati's offense was fantastic as it scored a whopping 11 runs while recording 10 hits. However, that quality performance was somewhat expected since the Reds are averaging 5.72 runs per home game, which is the second most in the league. Now, Cincinnati is in possession of a 30-31 record as it will be looking to get back to .500 for the first time since May 16th. If the Reds plan on winning this game, then their offense will need to continue generating a ton of runs. Perhaps things will be different with the struggling Rockies coming into town for a visit over the weekend. The Reds split even in the last series at Coors Field, but it's clearly obvious the Rockies are not the same team when playing away from their home building. The words "home sweet home" never meant more to a team. So the Reds will need to make their stay in Cincy as uncomfortable as possible, starting with Wade Miley's pitching. The 34-year-old veteran lefty had what was easily his worst performance so far this season when staring down the Rockies' batting lineup on the road back in May. He gave up a whopping 11 hits and 8 earned runs in a 9-6 loss. It was the meltdown of all meltdowns. But he hasn't allowed more than 1 earned run since that loss, and he recently fanned 8 batters in 5 innings to knock off the St. Louis Cardinals. This is the perfect opportunity for him to get a little revenge on the last team that made him look bad. The Cincinnati Reds will be going with Wade Miley as the starter for this game, which should make fans quite excited due to his performances in 2021. So far this season, he has a 5-4 record along with a 2.96 ERA. In addition, he has a 2.70 ERA at home as he has looked even better at Great American Ballpark. My betting advice for that game is to pick Cincinnati Reds -1.5. For whatever reason, ever since the Oakland A's took over first place in the AL West, the Astros, despite being half a game behind several times, have simply not been able to reclaim that spot. They were close to pulling into a tie for first place Friday night before the A's broke a tie in the bottom of the 9th to beat Kansas City and hold off Houston another day. Despite not getting back to first place quite yet, the Astros are playing good baseball as they've won 4 of 5 and 9 of their last 12. Garcia takes the mound again on Saturday night, and he has been nothing short of terrific lately. On the season, he has a 5-3 record over 10 starts with a 2.38 ERA and a 1.00 WHIP. The Astros have won 5 straight games in which Garcia has started, and he's done phenomenal on the mound over those last 5 starts, posting a 1.86 ERA over 29 innings, and has not given up more than 2 earned runs over that span. He's not quite as comfortable pitching on the road, however, where he's posted a 3.65 ERA in 5 starts. It's hard not to like Minnesota at this price. The Astros have given Berrios some trouble during his career, but the Twins' right-hander is in the midst of one of the best seasons of his career. He's posted a career-low 3.58 ERA through 12 starts, and the Twins are 8-4 in those games. Meanwhile, Garcia is a candidate for regression after allowing 2 earned runs or fewer in each of his previous 5 starts and winning all 5 of those decisions. Minnesota will call upon right-handed ace Jose Berrios for Saturday's contest against the Astros. The 27-year-old is 6-2 with a 3.58 ERA in 12 starts this season, and he's turned into a reliable innings eater for the Twins this season. Berrios has pitched into the 6th inning or later in 7 of his last 8 starts, including each of his last 3 appearances. Last time out, Berrios tossed 6 innings of 4-run ball in a win over the Kansas City Royals, marking his 4th consecutive win. Despite Minnesota's team-wide struggles, Berrios is in the midst of a strong campaign and hasn't lost a decision since April 20th. In fact, the Twins have fared quite well in Berrios' outings this season, going 8-4 when he takes the mound, including 6-1 in his last 7 starts. The Twins' right-hander has struck out a career-high 25.7% of the batters that he's faced this season, and his 6.7% walk rate is the second lowest mark of his career. The Twins ace has made 5 career starts against Houston, going 2-3 with a 6.43 and 1.90 whip in those matchups. According to Baseball Savant, Berrios has limited the current Astros roster to a .266 batting average in 73 plate appearances ahead of Saturday's contest. My betting advice for that game is to pick Minnesota Twins plus 102. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.